What's the question?
This is just about life because y'all are. I mean, Steven, how old are you?
I'm 26.
Dude, I'm 40.
No,
In
you're not.
January. In January. Yeah.
Are you serious?
Dude, I'm so old.
Steven, you didn't know?
You're my
39,
guru?
dude.
Daddy? Dada? Dada? No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, I didn't
No,
even
I
know.
know.
But that's amazing.
No, I guess I knew. I guess I knew you were older, but
It's a lot.
40,
You're aging like a
40's
fine
a lot.
wine.
40's a lot. We got to throw you a 40 party. We got to throw you a little over the hill
Yeah.
party. That'll be nice for you.
You're aging like a
40,
fine wine,
eh?
Amish.
Is that 40 is like an over the hill party, eh? It's coming. January coming.
We're all gonna dress in
Woo!
black.
Get some 50.
We're all gonna dress in black. We'll
Yeah, you
have
know someone who has some 50?
pallbearers, and we'll have like a big casket. It'll be beautiful.
You guys know where I can get some Zupu?
Oh my god.
And well-
You
But
guys know where I can get some Zupu? That's how they get you. They're like, hey, get in shape. Zupu.
Amish, you.
go ahead.
Sorry. No, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, please. I didn't really have anything to say. Go ahead, Marco.
Oh, I was just gonna say, Amish, you're aging like a fine wine.
Thanks, Habibi. Wow. Just
Yeah,
stealing
dude.
kisses right in front of me. Right in
Getting
front of me.
better with age.
These guys, wow. This guy's upset about going to Becker. Thanks, Habibi. Wow.
This is because we're together, Amish. This is because we're together. Becker wants to take you away from me. He wants to teach you different things.
No,
me
we
and
need to get
Marco
Becker
agree.
on the
Me and
show.
Marco agree on scams. Becker, he's like, run the ads.
What do you think, Marco? What do you think of Becker?
I don't know who that is.
Alex
No.
Becker? You don't know? You don't get
I don't
this?
know.
Or
I don't
you're
know.
not
Here,
that funnel?
Alex Becker. He's the guy that's like want to learn how to make the doo-doo-doo.
Yeah.
Oh,
the
this
doo-doo-doo.
guy. Oh, I know this guy.
No, but he's honestly changed a lot. But then Amish is taking his old courses and he's getting indoctrinated into the old Alex Becker.
No. This is what Alex Becker puts up. He believes in. He hasn't.
I
I
used
think he
to
has.
see
Listen,
his stuff.
Amish, I think you're 39 years old. At 40, make a course. How to be a comedian.
Mm.
Do it.
Oh no, not comedian. Spiritual Institute. Spiritual Institute. That's coming.
Yeah, it's coming.
I mean, but you can't charge money for that. That's got to be like voluntary donation. You can't. Marco, what do you think? Because we were saying, Stephen was saying that now that PBD has a class, 2,000 US class.
I'm done with
on
him.
public speaking.
I'm washing my hands of him. He's
And
done.
now
Yeah.
He's dead to me.
Stephen's like, I'm done with this guy.
I agree with what you said. Well, I forget which one of you is both of you that agreed on this, but Patrick himself would never take that course. And that's why I'm not fucking with it, because it's totally anti what he preaches. And also, correction, Amish, about the Gary Vee only sleeping an hour thing. Gary Vee, I do like Gary Vee, and he preaches getting 8 hours of sleep. He does preach getting 8 hours of sleep. He just talks about being as efficient with your waking hours as possible. But
Really?
I get that he is like a bit over the top.
He's into the
sometimes,
hustle.
and, like,
He's into the hustle porn. But yeah, fair enough.
100%.
Fair. No, I don't mind
I say
Gary.
that? I said
No,
he
I
only
said
sleeps
that,
1
but I agree that I like Gary Vee. But I've never heard him say get 8 hours of sleep. I'm pretty sure I've heard him like maybe it was in one of his earlier videos.
Oh yeah, no, I
but
have heard him say just lose sleep.
I've
for it.
heard him say like if you're not sleeping less, like where's the competition? Like you need
I've
to
heard
be
him say just
compete.
sleep
You
1
need to
hour
compete.
less.
For
I've heard him
sure,
say
for sure.
like you're trying to start a new thing, you want this. He's got a real reach for the dick mentality.
but-
Yeah, I want to
Say
talk
that.
about the Spiritual Institute, Amish. We've never talked about it
Tell us.
on the show.
Okay.
You went to Harvard X.
Yeah.
I mean Harvard X. Harvard dash X for.
Buddhism.
You're kind of a guru, a little bit.
I also have the Udemy guided meditation teacher certification. Udemy. I also got that. Steve, don't forget that. Don't forget about the teacher. I actually have teacher certification.
I think you should stick with
Udemy.
Harvard X. I think Harvard X is good.
I know, yeah, but Harvard X doesn't give me like this is like he gave me a class template, how to write a class, how to teach it to other people. But yeah, no, Harvard
Are
X.
you try?
yeah.
But listen,
Lead
you
with the
can't.
Harvard.
You can't. Yeah, you got to lead with Harvard.
2,
You
3
go.
degrees up.
I'm from Harvard X, and then X is like in tiny letters. You can't sell. I would not charge money for that.
No, I think that's like you just do
Donation based spiritual institute. But Amish,
Roger.
what's your plan? I mean, are you going to end up Nityananda on your little island? What's going to happen?
My plan is TV. Like, okay, honestly,
Give
TV,
us your true plan.
true plan is here's the thing with TV, okay? It's like I'm working full time. I've been working full time writing. I have 2 original shows in development. God is great. One of them gets made. But then there's also like always new shows that I'm pitching and stuff like that. So that's becoming more steady.
Mm-hmm.
Acting is a little more steady. It's not solid or anything. But my dream though is to it's the YouTube, dude. We just need to wake up and start recording. Like every day there should be a show. It makes sense. I like the Gary Vee thing, but it's like every day you have a different show, you have a different like thing that you're doing. I think you can make a good talk show on the YouTube. But,
YouTube.
On the YouTube. But yeah, that's and then you know what? I have been writing ads for Anand, the guy who I saved from a cult, by the way. We saved from a cult, really.
We. Don't Harvard X me. Don't make me the X in Harvard and go.
No.
Me,
Steven,
but
you're pivotal. You're pivotal. You had to. He didn't even tell me that he was still enrolled in. That's the crazy thing.
Yeah.
Steven, the sheriff had to get it out of him.
I broke him down.
The sheriff had to break it.
You were telling me the entire time. You said, "Don't do this to him." I said, "Hey, are you involved in any other classes?" He goes, "One more. How much you paying? $2,500 a month." We said, "No." We had to step in. But anyway,
he still defends. He defends. He's like, but I did go to the class. It's a cult class. It's a brainwash class. Hello.
Yeah.
He's in it. You know what I mean? But no, I'm writing ads for him. It seems to be very, very lucrative actually. His like writing ads for him. But no, mostly TV. But slowly transition. I think online. Online is where the future is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you think so? TV's dead, huh? Do either of you guys have cable?
No.
Don't pay for cable. Don't pay for cable. Yeah.
Who's Netflix really going to go to? I mean, even when Mike Winnett was on last week, he's talking about his meeting with Netflix, or Gary Vee giving him $25,000, and then I'll go to Netflix. I was in my head, I was like, that's not bad, because until you have 1 million people, you're playing a lottery with Netflix, and then once you have 1 million people, they're like, hey, can we get you on something? Hey, we don't want to lose you to the other thing. Like it totally reverses.
But you need the people who are also going to make the like Tiger King level docs, and you can't do that on a YouTube budget. It's different money.
Yeah.
On Netflix money, you can make a different kind of show. So there's benefits and downsides to both. I mean, like to the TV Netflix model, like Netflix is the new TV in my opinion. It's the new TV.
Basically, yeah.
Yep.
That shows they're producing. So you can't do that on YouTube. So it's kind of tough. I mean, I'd always love to get a little bit of that Netflix money and go put it into a really highly produced show, let you do more stuff. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I would say you build this until they ask, and then let them pay for the really expensive stuff. I mean, that seems like what people are doing. It's like
Andrew Schultz,
all the stuff you can do.
Andrew Schultz.
What about him?
That's what he's doing, right?
Like the comedian Andrew Schultz, like he would just upload clips to YouTube, and then he secured like a huge bag from a streaming platform for his special. Yep. It's kind of a macro version of what we're talking about, just in different terms of content. Like Steven, you're talking about making a high production doc. Like you make enough videos talking about the stuff you talk about, exposing fake gurus, and then they're gonna want to make something. Like that stuff's popular right now, like Euphoria, and what was that Netflix documentary, The Social? What was that shit called?
Dilemma.
Dude,
Social Dilemma, yeah.
5 Keith Raniere things right now. Keith Raniere, the guy who made Nexium. There's 5 Nexium series. Like one ended on HBO,
Really?
and then they're like, oh, don't miss the next one. It's on Showtime. There's like, every streaming platform made their own Keith Raniere documentary.
Wow.
He's in jail right now.
Can we
He's
pull
like,
the
just going
boys
to
in an episode of Coffeezilla? Tom Nash, Spencer Cornelia, and Mike Winnett, all of them. Yeah, we'll figure that out. Sorry, I'm reading some chats. Netflix ain't got CNN. The Guru Hunter. I love Andrew. CNN is a cult, but Rogan also helped him get big. He's talking about Andrew Schultz there. Listen, my dream for Amish is that we blow up Amish's comedy career, and Amish is on Netflix.
Yeah.
And he forgets all about us. He says, Coffeezilla who?
Yep. Go Hollywood.
He goes,
The first step
Hollywood.
is the ad.
He drops me. He goes, Steven who?
I taught him everything he knows.
I taught him everything. Yeah, he goes, yeah, I made his career.
A high tide will raise all the boats. A high tide will raise all the boats.
No,
that's what I'm saying. Let's call Alex
it'll
Becker
raise the guy's
and let's
boats
make
who
these
has the
ads.
Netflix special.
Unless we drown in your tide, Amish.
Yeah, we're going to drown in Amish's tide.
Buddy, you think they're all broke now. TV, it's not. It doesn't even make sense. Even when I go, I'm like, who's going to watch this? You need the YouTube guy on it now, or the YouTube, someone with a following. You need them on it or associated, or you're kind of throwing your money away. And comics hate me for saying this because they still complain that like, man, I went in and they just said how many Facebook followers. What do you think?
Right.
It's going to cost $500,000 to make your show. What you think? People just want to take that kind of risk? Someone has a show. It makes sense.
Yeah.
Great case study is Bobby Lee. He has a show. He had a show called Breaking Up Together or something like that. And he was talking about it on his podcast. And he's like, yeah, nobody's ever come up to me on the street and been like, oh, I love your NBC show that you're a 5th lead on. Like, no, everyone talks to him about people come up to him in the street and they're like, yo, I love your podcast. I love the YouTube.
Yeah. Yep.
Makes total sense.
It's going to start
that's
happening
really
to us eventually, Amish. I mean, it's never happened to me before. Someone approaching me on the street. But it will.
I'm going to talk
It's never happened to you?
I'm going to talk to Alex Becker.
No, Steven, you're joking.
Here's my secret, Marco. I never go outside.
Honest though, you've never had anyone in the grocery store.
Bada bing, bada boom. Dude, nobody in San Antonio watches my videos. I don't know why.
Really, dude? That's crazy.
You've had people recognize you?
Me? Yeah, it happens like every time I go out.
Bro.
Who are you? How? Why?
Well, I guess from my own channel, I'm not that big, but like I've been on Philip's video. Like there's Philip's videos that I've been in have racked up millions of views over the years the past 2 years that I've been in them. So most people recognize me from that. But like, yeah, especially I use the Edmonton subreddit quite a bit to push my content. And so people in Edmonton do recognize me often.
Hero.
All things are working in our favor.
And there's very few content creators where I live, so it's not that hard to like stand out. But that's very cool, Amish. I didn't know what I was gonna ask you actually, like what kind of things you had, like what pots you had your hand in terms of like aside from the drip, and I know you did comedy as well, but that's really interesting.
Mostly TV, no money in comedy. Comedy, I mean, I hate to again say it, very lack mentality. I mean, they almost pride themselves on being broke a little bit. It's so sad, man. The amount of people that are bad with money, and then you're going on tour with the guy who's getting paid $1,500 for a weekend, and he's 50, and he's like, yeah, you keep doing that. One guy's telling me, he's like, when they send you to the East Coast, you can't make money. But if you can make Maggie's noodles, if you can make noodles in the coffee pot, you can break even. And he's telling me like, hey, save that tip. Write it down. You write that down?
Man,
noodles in the coffee pot?
You break even. That's your job. Do it. Like they're encouraging it to a grown up.
Oh no.
I feel like the comedy culture is also behind. Like in this last year, a year ago when I started even doing stand-up and exploring it, there was still comedians talking about like my album comes out next week. And I'm like, what are you talking about? They're like, yeah, album? like my audio of my stand-up. I'm like, do you realize?
We're in video, baby.
Yeah, like what the hell are you talking about?
Yeah, it's YouTube. So you know what they're doing with that is that there's this thing called Sound Exchange. It's a Sirius XM thing that they bought, and I think they like a lot of people are making money off of that. Canadian comics, they put their thing on there, it just plays all over America, and then the money comes back. But they're just constantly fighting to stop paying for it. And then Sirius XM, God forbid, if Sirius XM goes, then that goes. But Sirius XM, like, God forbid,
money's leaving entertainment, dude. It's all free now.
Why wouldn't you just listen to a podcast? I'm sorry. Yeah. There's people that get mad at me for saying, can you believe in stand-up? Like, there's people that are like, hey, man, serious? You shut up. Like, they're mad. It's like, what do you want me to tell you? The car comes out, connected to your phone. Yeah. We're done.
No, it's done.
Dude,
you don't need Sirius XM anymore. It's a dead model.
I guess Howard Stern. They got Howard Stern. But other than that, like, it's so opened up. Joe Rogan's free. There's 5 other Howard Stern kind of guys, too. And then Howard Stern, I guess you got to just watch on YouTube, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, dude, you can just watch him on YouTube free.
Steven, tell me if you agree, but if you put out meaningful content that helps people for free, people will choose to support you because they want you to keep going. Like, you have Patreon or something like that, something equivalent of that?
No.
Yeah, I never really advertise it, though, because I don't do much with it. But mostly, dude, I'm just like, yeah, just watch my videos, support the podcast. Yeah. But, I mean, that's about it. Like, I don't really do much in the way of pushing my stuff because I feel like, look, people have enough on their mind. Like if I was really needing money, like I feel like make enough to live and then be fine with yourself. Like learn to appreciate it.
Right.
Don't overpitch. Listen, what I hate watching are greedy influencers who constantly want to get you to like, hey, give me money, give me more money. It's like, dude, we already know you're rich. Like it's fine if you want to be rich. It's great, but it comes off a little, I don't know.
Yeah, no, it's not.
Oh, lame.
I tell people to give me money, but I feel justified because I don't have a lot yet.
Yeah, when you make some money, it's fine.
Yeah. I was going to ask you, though, Steven, because Amish was talking about his aspirations, but beyond YouTube, like 10 years from now, like what would you like to be doing?
Music?
Real quick, I got to shout out this great comment. They said noodles in the coffee pot sounds like a great podcast name. It's true. Facts.
Yeah.
That's our next spinoff, Amish, is noodles in the coffee pot.
Yeah.
But I'm going to take that IP, by the way. I'm going to yoink it. Just whoop.
Trademark.
Take that IP.
Maybe I got in the supply. It's fine. Yo,
Okay.
Damien Bogle give us $5 Canadian.
Sorry. Read that real quick.
Oh, you just pull up the trailer for YouTube for Bad Boy Billionaires. Already saw it. Great. It's a show on Netflix about billionaire scammers of India. It's a great show. That's a great series, actually. It's
Nice.
actually a lot like the financial corruption one that they put out in America. I think it's called Greed. What is the one American one called? Greed?
Yeah, it's something. I don't know what it is.
Something like that. Yeah. Great documentary though. But yeah.
Well, what was the? Oh, what's my aspirations after this?
Yeah.
This, but better. I mean, I feel like I'm only scratching the surface of life already. I feel like, okay, this is not to sound conceited, okay, because I feel like part of this point is that there's a lot of room to grow. Already though, Amish, I feel like our podcast is a lot better than a lot of podcasts out there in terms of effort, in terms of production, in terms of guests. That's not to, but already I feel like, dude, we're not even scratching the surface of what live streaming can do, what we can do with podcasting, what we can do in this medium of entertainment, of this exchange of, look, for the first time, you guys can chat me live. There's never been that before. You made a TV show, even if it was a live TV show, there was no interaction. We have the interaction of the fans. How can we incorporate that to be more fun? Like, people are limiting themselves because they see everyone else not try. And so then they think to themselves, well, I don't have to try. No, I'm about try hard. Let's go. Let's push this medium beyond what it's been at. Let's go make some waves. So I'm like, I don't want to say just YouTube, because when you say that, you think, oh, just continue to do what you do. No. Part of the reason I'm investing heavily in the $10 million studio, part of the reason that I'm investing in this podcast, in this show, I want us to go places with the team we're building here, with the community that we're building there. That's my vision. So I hope that answers your question.